Tim, an eye-catching signing for many reasons.
Yeah, great signing for cricket reasons, which is why we've signed him. To get a player of his quality and his ability for the whole season is a real coup for the club, and I think it demonstrates that we've got lots of ambition for next season and beyond, to go alongside the signing of Alex Lees that we announced 2 or 3 days ago.
What will Cameron bring to Durham Cricket Club?
Well, he's an outstanding cricketer. I mean that's the first thing. He's actually an outstanding young man. I've been living in Australia for a period of time. I've got lots of Australian friends. The guys in our changing room, they know him. We've done some due diligence around Cameron as a character. We do that around all of the players that we sign, to be perfectly honest. It's very important that they fit into the dressing room and they fit into the Durham way of doing things. And he's an incredibly professional guy, hard working, and I think he'll set the right example for the younger guys as well as some of the older guys as well.
I mean, before what happened in the winter, he had this reputation as being one of the most exciting talents in the game.
Yeah, and I think that's fair, and I don't see any reason why that won't be the case again. In fact, in many ways, I suspect that the time he's had off has been very sobering for him. He certainly realises he's made a huge mistake. He's been punished for that, quite rightly. From January the 1st to be available to play cricket wherever he wants to play cricket, and in fact he could have played cricket in England this year. He was only banned in Australia, so I think Cameron's he's looking forward to getting back out on the field. I mean that's where his real passion is, playing cricket.
Given what happened, was it a difficult decision to bring him in, or was it a purely cricket decision?
No, it's purely a cricket decision. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, and he was punished for it, and obviously he served that suspension. It was a cricket decision, but as I said earlier, it's important that we look at the character of individuals as well, and we're very happy that Cameron will add an awful lot to our dressing room in the right sort of way.
How difficult has this period out of cricket been for him, and how keen is he in your talk to them to get back on the pitch?
He is incredibly keen. He's been obviously very frustrated, but he understands completely the reasons why he's been restricted to playing club cricket. There's been a huge amount of community work in Australia. He has volunteered to do lots of work here with our foundation and the kids, which is a great thing. I mean, all our overseas players, help with that, but he's doubly determined to rehabilitate himself, if you like, and not just by scoring runs. I think he really wants to demonstrate he actually is a fine young man, and we know he is.
Sure. I mean, and you see this spell here that can really help rehabilitate him back into the game.
Well, I'm sure it will. The conversations we've had with Cameron, he is very happy that we've decided to sign him for the full season. There are other counties that were interested in Cameron, and one of the reasons why we've announced this signing quite early on the back of the Alex Lees signing, which is a great signing for us as well from Yorkshire early in the week, is that we wanted to secure his name. If we'd left it a little bit longer, I'm certain that other counties would have been in for him. But he made it quite clear once we were in for him that Durham was the team he wanted to sign for, which is great for us. He can see that we're going places.
Given what happened with Ben earlier in the week, I mean, it's put you firmly in the spotlight as a club. I mean, I imagine it's not a responsibility you take lightly.
It's not a responsibility we take lightly at all, and obviously regarding Ben, that's been well chronicled. We're all looking forward to seeing him play for England if selected tomorrow, and getting back out in the field. We've got our biggest home game for 8 years here next week with a quarter-final in the 2020 Vitality Blast. We hope Ben will be available. We're not sure. It's in between test matches. But if we manage to get through that game with or without Ben, we certainly think he'll be available for the finals. So it'll be amazing if we can get him playing for Durham in a final. It's been a long time.
Yeah, and how tough has it been for Ben as well? I mean, it's been a very difficult period.
Well, I can only hazard a guess. At the end of the day, it's been 11 long months, and he's missed a lot of cricket, and he understands why that was the case. And I'm sure he's just focusing now on playing cricket. I'm sure his teammates both at Durham and England are focused on him playing cricket as well, and they are all delighted to have him back in the fold playing cricket again, which is what he does best.
I mean, he's been acquitted obviously, but is there a conversation to be had about what happened?
The ECB deal with that. He's the ECB's player. He's under contract to the ECB, so I'm sure all those right conversations are being had with Ben. That isn't something for us because that's being dealt with elsewhere. He has our full support at Durham.